Hey guys, welcome back. It's grimreaper connect you for another video for Raidshadowlegends. Hopefully you're doing well, and hopefully you're looking after yourself. So we're on Sharky's account today. We're going to be showcasing one of his teams. I'm currently just finishing up rebuilding the whole of his accounts. So we're talking about all his dungeons, when we're talking about Phantom Shogun, we're talking about Sand Devil, Finite 10, which is what today's video is going to be about. And Hydra, we rebuilt his arena, we rebuilt everything on his account to improve his account overall. So we're going to go into it. I just want to show you Hydra quickly because we still got to rework his brutal team. I'm trying and targeting on takeovers right now in Hydra takeovers, which I'm pretty much nearly finishing up on all the accounts, which is pretty nice. You can see here we took him to around about 1.3 billion at the moment in all three of his keys. Now I've only done two of them, which is Nightmare coming in here with some big boy damage. We're kind of missing a hex set though. And then what else did we do? We also did this hard team as well, which was pretty nice damage. Auto teams, which is fairly okay. And then we are looking at brutal next because we really need to improve brutal next, which we need to run a different team. So that's how I look at his new finite team then. His new to finite team is looking pretty strong. So I took him from finite 6 all the way finite to 10. Not super fast right now. He does need a slightly better speed tune, but this is what we're running overall. He has got a double nut, and this is the first time using Podry. That's why he's basically on the thumbnail. Podry is very OP. He's built for Hydra, and he's also built for Finite now as well. So you can do two jobs at one. It's always pretty nice. You can see here it's a pretty nice team he's got overall. And I'll show you all the builds and everything after this. So you can see here, we are going to clear the first wave very, very easily. And stuff like that. Now, if you are interested in a full count takeover, you can go ahead and message me in Discord. And then we can have a chat about a full count takeover or any type of takeover there. I always have a chat with people before we do takeovers because accounts are not always able to clear the content or do the content from what the owner wants, and that just saves me time and saves them time as well, which is also another thing. I always do try and give coach lessons as well, which is helps them progress their account anyway, and I've always had really good results from that, so definitely one thing I'd recommend looking into. You see here we cleared the first two waves pretty nicely. Nothing to really worry us about. Again, all these champions are built for different things, which I'll show you later on in the video when I put all the builds out, etc. So you can see here, this will be pretty much 100%. The only time this will fail is when the G-nuts will basically fail, get resisted against the shield here, which will be a little bit annoying, I guess, but you know, it is what it is. And ideally, a better speed tune would be better. So there is like a 300 speed G-nuts that he could use, but he hasn't got a gear for that right now, which would be a bit more consistent. So I'd say it's about 99.9 safe anyway. He does need a bit more Phantom Touch as well to help with getting the speed faster, because then we can change the AI on the last G-nut and go with the best and blast and then reset it before, instead of doing the A1, but we need to do the A1 right now to drop the turn meter back so he doesn't put up shields. And you can see here he's about to take a turn, but the G-nut drops him back. We haven't got any gems, but you can see here we do have a high level brimstone, which will help if it's a phantom touch. Will be much better overall to get the extra counts down, which is super nice to have. You can see they're pretty nice for like a first time clear. Like 2 minutes 26 isn't too shabby overall. So it's a pretty nice team. Obviously, if you're lucky enough to have a double G-nut, that makes your life very easy if your gear is not great. So you can see here, these are the AIs, and we've got round one working like this with Podry, and then like this as well, and then like this against the boss. Then we got Mr. Nuts with nothing on this one. Then we switch off the Best and Blash, which is the exact same as the other G-nut. And then you can see that we turn off the Fury of the King because we don't want to counter-attack, we want to focus on save one. And then we got A3 there as well, exact same with the other G-nut as well. Lady M, we got to turn off the Metamorph, and then the Dance as well, which could be super well. You can replace Lady M with any ally attack, same as Podri as well. You can use champions like Cardiel and Falcon Fat, etc., which do just as good as well. You're going to turn off the Seal of Magic on all of them and then set it on one against the boss. So they do an ally attack. This is ready to go. And then you don't have to worry about it being on cooldown. It's quite a long cooldown, even box. It's on a 6-turn cooldown or 5-turn cooldown overall. So let me show you the gear then. Overall, he hasn't got no bonuses from the Great Hall or anything on Fire Knight, so that's not something we have to take into consideration. And you can see here, you can see Fire Knight and Hydra, very similar builds, just one piece of gear changing. So you can see here, I've actually tried to keep the gear as simple as possible. So he's in reflex to try and get his cooldowns as much as possible. He's fully booked. Intimate Presence, which is for Hydra, but again, you could potentially just go Phantom Touch overall, and these are his masteries as well. Probably masteries need to be reworked a little bit. It's not the best. We could just go War Master. I can't remember if we use them in some other type of content. Maybe that's why I've been a bit different with that. Then we can also check out Lady M, who is built for P versus P. Some people do build Lady M's in P versus P. Stone Skin wasn't great, so you can see here we just focus on good speed. Don't really need accuracy on Fire Knight, but you could go 100% crit rate and build some critical damage. Again, I'm just using the same build that was already built out on his further takeover. Try and get many rolls as possible, change the blessing for Phantom Touch. And then he does need to finish the masteries as well, which is something that he'll be working on overall. So let me show you Kaima, then I'll show you the nuts, the nuts. So we've got Kaima with Cruelty. We have a damage build, so a good critical damage because we use this one in Phantom Shogun as well. So he has the highest critical damage out of everyone. That's why it's in the Merciless. A 6-piece Merciless as well will help him nuke the waves down as well for Phantom. So you can see here Phantom Shogun 25 and Fire Knight 10, and I made it work for both overall. So he takes the Enfeeble and then doesn't have to worry about anything else. These are the masteries that we're running overall. Now, a lot of the masteries were actually are Sharky's masteries. It's because we've got no gems to reset, right? Like, we only got 100 and something gems, and like, it's hard to reset masteries with these type of things. So, having extra resources is very useful. So anyway, G-Nut, which I think is used in Hydra and Phantom Shogun. These are this, and again, Sand Devil as well. You can see he's got lower critical damage than Kaimard because of Phantom Shogun. Brimstone, which should be Phantom Touch really, or even Reaper, could be useful on Fire Knight, and Sand Devil Blessings is pretty useful. These are the masteries, and then G number 2, which are a bit more of my masteries for what I use in content. You can see there's a slight change there, and then you can see here we're just using the accessories as well. The full count takeovers, they do take a lot of resources, so if you are interested, you will need a lot of resources. It's about 100 million to 150 million silver, sometimes even more, depending on how much is rolled. And then gems as well. You need around about 7,000 gems, 5,000 gems to make this work overall, and probably even books will help as well. It's just one of them ones. It's, if you want everything rebuilt from scratch, it's going to cost a lot, and it's just one of them ones. But it's worth it if he gets everything done. He's got Marius now, and that's why he wanted it mainly, was to secure Marius. He's done all the missions. He does Fire Knight 10, and he does the rest of the dungeons on 10. I basically took him from 6 and lower on a couple of them, and now he's looking quite good and clearing everything he needs. He does need to look after his account a bit better. Resources now, that will be down to him to take from this. So we'll be watching this as well. Anyway, that's it from me today. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe. I've been Grim. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.